5 weeks ago, a group was set up on Facebook called Christian Music Topping the UK Charts. The group attracted 3,000 people within the first day it was launched. And tonight, well, it's around 53,000 supporters. Their aim is to get the song History Maker by Delirious to number 1 in the UK singles chart for Easter Sunday.
A lot of text today. I've just looked at the screen. Underneath the three choices, I'm just spotting this Delirious History Maker. This is a record that is sort of doing. It's selling quite well this week, I think. And it's find out if you're a fan of that record. I know lots of people listening now are. Have a listen tomorrow to my official chart update from 3:30 to find out where that song is in the midweek point of the week.
That's Greg James, presenter on BBC Radio 1, talking about the song which people were requesting on his show yesterday. A few weeks ago, organiser of the campaign, the Reverend Alistair Kent from Nottingham, was on BBC local radio stations around the country talking about the campaign. Here he's talking to BBC Radio Newcastle.
Will radio stations play it? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Christian music is not, and Christian bands are not promoted widely in this country as much as they are overseas. And interestingly, Delirious, the band that we're featuring, probably more well known overseas, and have actually had a couple of number ones in Germany.
Oh, there you go. Well, are you going to make it? Let's hear from Dean Jackson now. He's a music journalist, and he doesn't think so.
Number 1 is asking a lot. I think almost certainly top 10, but number 1 I think is perhaps just a step too far. I've dug out some figures from last Easter, and the number 1 seller last Easter sold 67,000 copies in the week, and by the time you get into the top 20 we're looking at only 25,000.
On Sunday, History Maker reached number 41 in the chart on the opening day of its release. By Tuesday it was way up in the top 20 and being talked about on national BBC Radio 5 Live.
Anyway, we are going to talk about History Maker by Delirious. This is what I was telling you about earlier. Possibly, could be a Christian number 1 at Easter. This is, of course, after Rage Against the Machine got to the Christmas number 1 spot. There have been all sorts of attempts to repeat that success of that particular Facebook campaign. They've all failed until now. According to the midweek charts, Delirious, who actually split up last year, are set to go top 20 this weekend with a 13-year-old album track called History Maker. And the aim is to have a song by a Christian band entering the charts on Easter Sunday. What is it actually about? What's the message of the song?
Well, I think this is the amazing thing, is that we've got a group of people out there that not just behind Delirious, but group of people that that love God, that you read the lyrics to this song, it says, I'm going to be a history maker in this land, I'm going to be a speaker of truth. And I think there's a great movement of people still certainly in this country and all around the world, that want to stand up for the things they believe in. I think it's quite amazing.
Everyone's been amazed at how this campaign has taken off. Delirious have previously been in the charts with 3 albums and 6 singles. The highest charting single was See the Star at number 16 in 1999. But through the new trend in Facebook campaigning, this single seems to be the historic sending off the fans were looking for. Former lead singer with the band, Martin Smith, is completely amazed and surprised by the song's success.
I think it's mad, crazy, bonkers, the sort of thing God would do. I've had nothing to do with it, and I think it's all a bit mad but wonderful all at the same time. And the crazy thing is that I've always wanted that song to be a single, ever since I wrote it. Isn't that the strangest things? And then you end the band and someone decides to it's going to be a single after all.
Well, today's midweek charts, which is published by the official charts company, is always a good guideline for how the charts are going to look at the weekend. The single has been top of many download charts and gradually climbing as far as number 6 in the iTunes chart, which counts for 90% of overall music sales. So it's back to Greg James at Radio 1 for the latest word.
Skipping forwards a bit in the chart now, this is another new entry. As it stands at the moment, Delirious, a Christian rock band, have been the subject of a huge Facebook fan campaign. I've got loads of emails at Radio 1 this week from this, so many texts as well saying, please play this, please, please, please. Their campaign is to get this to Easter number 1. So this is new, a new entry from the band Delirious. The track is called History Maker.
The official chart update with Greg James.
BBC Radio 1.
6.
So wow, that's what's been happening.